Work of ancient Egypt have fascinated people for thousands of years. The early Greek land and later Roman artists were influenced by Egyptian techniques, and their art would inspire those of other cultures up to the present day. Many artists are known for later periods, but those of Egypt are commonly anonymous and for every interesting reason. Their art was functional and created for a practical purpose, whereas later art was intended of aesthetic pleasure. Functional art is a work made for hire belonging to the individual who commissioned it, while art created for pleasure, even its commissions, allow for greater expression of artist's visions and so recognition of an individual artist. Although Egyptian art is highly regarded today and continues to be a great draw for the museums, featuring exhibits and ancient Egyptians themselves, we never had thought of their work in the same way, and certainly we find it strange to have these different type of works displayed out of context in a museum hall. Statuary was created and placed for a specific reason, and the same is true for any other kind of art. The concept of art for art's sake was unknown, and further would have probably been incomprehensible to an ancient Egyptian who understood art's functional above all else. The art of Egypt is the story of the elite, the ruling class. Throughout most of Egyptian's historical periods, those of more modest means could not afford the luxury of artworks to tell their story, and it's largely throughout Egyptian art that the history of civilization has come to be known. The tombs, paintings, inscriptions, temples, even most of the literature is concerned with the lives of the upper class, and only by a way of telling these stories are those of the lower class revealed. This paradigm was already set prior to the written history of culture. Egyptian art begins in the pre-dynastic period, throughout rock drawings and ceramic, but it's fully realized by the early dynastic period. In the famous Narmer palette. Narmer palette is a two-sided ceremonial plate of steel stone, intricately carved with scenes of the unification of Upper and Lower Egypt by King Narmer. The importance of symmetry is evident in the composition, which features the represents of the figures which tell the story. The work is considered a masterpiece of early dynastic period art and shows how advanced artists Egyptians at the time.